Hey, Nation. Harry here, wrapping up a visit to Scottsdale. Just finished up the Glue X conference over at the Phoenician, and on my way to the airport, I bumped into Tobin Smith.
Harry!
Hey, so your new book, FOXOCRACY, is coming out in October. Quickly, for the audience, let's tease them. What's the book?
Well, it's called FOXOCRACY, and the subtitle is Inside the Playbook of Tribal Warfare, the network's tribal warfare, right?
Okay.
And it's all about just two basic things.
Okay.
You know, we're all tech nerds, right?
Yep.
Let's go back to the 30s. In the 30s, we created two new communication technologies happen: talking pictures and radio.
Okay.
And what happened with those is that the two most popular players there turned out to be Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin.
Oh, okay.
And they created this.
Didn't see that coming.
They created, they used that new technology that people didn't understand, didn't know the power of, and it basically created World War II and devastation, the Holocaust, and everything else, right? Okay.
Sure.
So let's fast forward. We invented television in 1949, and we started, and the FCC, just having gone through all of that, World War II, Holocaust, stuff like that, said, you know what, we're going to regulate the living hell out of television when it comes to politics, when it comes to our political media system. Otherwise, we're going to get back there. Well, guess what? In 1987, we said, nah, I sort of forgot about that stuff.
Yep.
And we created a bomb. And this bomb is like this nuclear Holocaust bomb. And it's based on the same psych ops. It's based on the same Goebbels playbook. And that's called Fox News. And what Americans don't realize is three things. Number one, they really don't realize that this bomb was created, how it was created. Number two, they don't understand the playbook. Number three, what they really don't understand is the playbook is just based on this little part of your brain over here and the brainstem back here. I can manipulate the hell out of you. I can make you see things, want things, feel great about yourself on Fox News by getting me to hate you.
Right, exactly.
And people don't understand the psychology and what I would call just sort of political, partisan media literacy. I've met tens of thousands of people who are Fox News. I was on Fox News for 14 years. I hosted lots of shows.
Yep.
And I could never understand, Harry, why people would walk up to me. It was sort of like, the character in Rain Man. They say the same thing over and over and over with these dead eyes, And I could not understand that. So I took what I knew about the playbook. Right. And then I spent about a year and a half with psychologists, with social psychologists, et cetera, to understand the psychology behind it. So what the book is, I'm going to tell you 15 or 20 different stories. Yeah. A lot of them at bars, by the way, Harry. That's where you really learn something about people.
I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, and so I put together what I was missing as a performer in what I've now called white identity or white tribal identity porn, because that's basically what the whole formula is, that if I can get you to involuntarily react, in other words, you see something, your system reacts to it, and I can get all those neurochemicals, all the juice going, then boom, when I put that libtard down and I stab him through the the heart, and you're like, yeah, woohoo, got those goddamn libtards, and we just killed another one of them. Me just doing that, what do you get? You get jacked up. You get every neurochemical, and then you get the coup de grace, the dopamine.
And if you don't mind, I want to jump in at that, because as I looked at your review copy, it has come out October
29th. October 29th.
Okay, just before Halloween. That's cool. As I looked at the review copy, something that resonated with me is that most everybody watching us has some family history or family memory in the recovery movement. Just do. And when you talk about the endorphins firing in a similar way to maybe alcohol or cocaine or drugs or whatever, that resonated with me, right? I get it, that you get your go.
Well, there's look at we have 3 million people in the United States, 30 million people around the world who are addicted to pornography. Right. And it didn't really start happening until it was free. Okay. If you're paying for porn out there, you're an idiot. Okay. Number two, we have this incredible e-gaming addiction, and particularly like in South Korea. Literally, they have 20 facilities, 10 that I visited, where people who are addicted to e-gaming, just the internet in general, are detoxing, right? So these are called process addictions or behavioral addictions.
Right.
But the same chemicals are shooting off. And
Right.
dopamine is a reward system. Dopamine says when you just get off your bike, like you and me are bikers,
Right.
and we get off, we feel great. Well, part of that is adrenaline, but most of it's dopamine. It rewards you for doing stuff that's good for you, because that's good for you for the tribe back in the old days, and sex is good.
And the tribe survives.
Tribe survives, sex is good, eating right, all that stuff, right? Well, you're getting the same dopamine hit. I mean, look at it's not just Fox News.
No, I agree. I agree. It's a formula.
It's a formula. But people don't understand the formula. And a big part of my book is if you read and understand and read the stories and read the neurochemistry behind the thing, we now know, shockingly, that Facebook was made completely based on this whole formula,
Yeah,
right?
I would concur.
And we now know, thanks to Travis and some of these other guys, that hey, gee whiz, we created it to make it addictive. Every time you get the like, you get a dopamine hit, blah blah blah, right?
Yep.
Well, why the F don't we understand that Fox News, white tribal identity porn, is the exact same thing?
I agree.
Facebook's the villain, but they don't make any content. What they threw into the picture was that all of a sudden you could hyper target somebody, and you knew the most vulnerable thing, whether it's puppies or dogs or rat cocaine or Fox News or white tribal identity porn. And guess what? I'm going to feed the crap out of you that stuff, and you're going to get jacked up, because here's the final point.
Alrighty.
People get off on hate. It seems strange.
Yeah.
It seems strange, but it's not. The secret, one of the secrets I talk about in the book of how we do it at Fox News is you have to understand the psychology of hate. If I self-identify as a proud deplorable, or I self-identify as a proud liberal, and I see visual evidence and people and facial cues, because remember, old conservative radio, all you did is hear people. Now I get to see your face, and you show me as a producer how superior I am to those dumb shits, those foxholes out there.
Yeah.
If I'm a liberal, boom, that is a self-esteem rush. Because remember, when I say to myself or I yell at the television, mostly it's yelling at the television, by the way.
It is.
Can you believe those goddamn liberals? Can you believe how stupid they are? Boom. It's self-congratulatory. At the same time, you're saying, look how fucking smart I am.
Well, let's make that the final word. I got to run for the flight, and we're going to be back with you in about a month on launch date.
Look forward to it.
All right, and I put your URL below. Once again, the name of the book and the launch date.
Yeah, it's FOXOCRACY. It's certainly going to be available on all the Amazon, so on and so forth, and it's October 29th.
All right, thanks for your time, Tobin.
All right, Harry,
All righty.
pleasure.